Same family, greetings, Mbote, Yenge family. It's me, Matsu. How are you doing? I'm doing fine so far. Today we're gonna continue our series where we're gonna hear the right words of biblical names um, in the Kikongo and the Bantu languages, Bantu characters, biblical names, etc., etc. So stay tuned. Here we are. Let us learn together so that we know how to call the Besimbi Cambodia, the prophets, and all the people that are in the Bible. Okay, great. First of all, we give all Kembo to the Most High, the Tanzambi, Yama, Zulu. Now we have the name of Yakub, Jacob. We can call him Yakuba. Yakuba. Israel, that what the world calls Israel, that did not even exist the name before 1948, we call it chosen, which means Isolele, the chosen one. We are chosen people. Yeah, chosen. The Most High chose us. He chooses us among the nations, among the peoples. Yeah, that are around us. He chooses to be His, to be a part of Him, to represent Him. Yeah, yeah. So we are the chosen people. That's why Isolele and not Israel, because Isis, Ra, and El are Egyptian gods. Um, Judah, we call it Yaundi or Yandi. Yeah, Yandi, Yaounde, which means it's them. It's them. They are the one. Yeah, Yandi. They are the one. Jerusalem. Jerusalem. We call it Salem. Yeah, I love Simon Toko. He said Salem was always in Africa. Today they put a letter J in front of it and they call it Jerusalem. And Solomon, the name Solomon, king of Salem, Melchizedek, the king of Salem, Jerusalem. And when we say Salama, it also means peace be upon you, like Yenge, or Siemi. Yeah. Mbote means greetings. Hi. Names that our fathers gave to their children in honor of Osiris, which means Asi. Then Galas already divinized Asi or Asir. Okay. First Chronicles 4 and 35. Remember the final consonant R is voiceless in Paleo Hebrew. Asir was Asi, calling him El, God. Here is the goddess and abomination to say Asi is El. And today, then Galas to say women, they say Mo Asi. That's how we call women's in Lingala language. So Asir is Osiris, yeah, in Egyptian gods. This shows us that we came from Egypt. Okay. Mo means came, issue, or of Asi. This word Asir or Asi, yeah, which you can also find in the Blue Letter Bible, already existed among the Bantu after their stay in Egypt, the Jewish Congo, Jews of Africa, Egypt. Because, like I always used to say, in Egypt, you had not only the Hamites ruling in Egypt, but you had also the Israelites ruling in Egypt. Remember, Massa was born in Egypt. Remember, Abraham fled there. Isaiah was there. Families of Isaiah have been there. That's why he could flee there. You had Joseph becoming a king over there, and Yakub from there. He was named Isolele, the chosen one. You know, yeah, and they also worship different kinds of gods over there. So we had some pharaohs, Bantu pharaohs. They came to bring righteousness into Egypt, so that the Egyptians started to worship the righteous God that have created heaven and earth. Right? Exactly. This is what happened. Yeah. Now, Bengalas, so the northerners, yeah, the Israel, so Isolde, yeah, they worship the cult of foreign deities. Today, still, the Bengalas continue to call their wives Moasi, yeah, it's in their language, coming from Asi or Asiris. And their men, they call it Mubali, yeah, Mubali, from Baal. Yeah. For a better understanding, read the abomination of the people called Asi, voodoo divinity of the ancient Egyptians. Okay, so good. No, now in this message we have also another names like Macabre. Macabre later becomes Maccabee, the gift sharing. This is what it means: the gift sharing and attention. From the Congo root kaba, which means sharing, giving. Yeah, yeah. Kaba, kokaba, huh? Makaba, Maccabi, gotten from the verb ngala keba, which also can mean danger, danger. Okay. Now, in the apocryphal, in the book of Apocrypha, in the Tobias, we have the Bangala, the Ephraimite, they call Hiforani, yeah, Ephraimite. In our languages, they call it Hiforani. We have, for an example, a singer called Miriam Makeba. Miriam Makeba. Okay? Yeah, great. Okay, okay. Now, um, people has bent his gaze upon you. Before acting, he warned you. Isaiah 43 and 1. So, in this message, which is important, read and you will have the name Bina, which is also in the Hebrew, Bina. It means dance. Kubina babina babos. Mika masa boss. Tobina babos. Huh? Yeah, which means we dance the dance of the bosses. Yeah. Mika masa is a boss. Let us dance the dance of the bosses. This means Bina. Bina. Movement, receiver, the passive, the woman understanding, and the Goma, which is wisdom. Goma. Yeah. It's also our language, H2451 in the Hebrew, which the emitter, wisdom, the active, the man reading the parable, you will have clues to understand. As you can see, our language is pure, what they call Hebrew or Paleo Hebrew. Our fathers, the Bakongo, spoke the coded language, which is called parable. If you have the spirit of Congo, you will understand. Here is the first. We call it the Makoma. Makoma, which is wisdom, and the world call it Chokma. Chokma in the Aramaic H2451. Take your blue letter Bible, type this number, and you will find it. And now, another word. This is how my father's name is. His name is Offering. He was called like that because his mom lost the first three or fourth child, and then he was named yeah, sacrifice. Yeah, blood. His name was called Blood. My father, his name is Makila. Makila. This is my father's name, which means blood. Okay, and they call him also Menga. Menga. Okay. Today they call it still today Papa Menga Makila. And when I found this in the Bible, I was very surprised. Offering because yeah, many children was offered. They were killed, and he survived. Note the word offering, which Isaiah 18:1 to 7 and Zephaniah 3 and 10 use in the Congo Hebrew. Okay, the offering that we have to bring one day to the Most High so that He recognizes us again and opens our ways. This word means minka, minka. Okay, and I told you my father's name is Menga, Menga, which is the same, minka. Be attentive, you will understand the importance of the Bantu language. This word Minka, Minka expresses blood. I told you his name because he was a sacrifice. He used to be sacrificed, but they gave him the name so that he can't be sacrificed. Okay, so every one of us has a name that has a meaning. Every one of us, yeah, in the Bantu has a name that has a meaning. If you are lazy, they will give you a name. Hey, this guy's name is lazy. That's it. Okay. If you're strong, then they will call you strong. If you will be born like Moses in the river, they will call you yes. This man is the name is water. Okay. So everyone has like Isaiah. His name is not really Isaiah. His name is Savior. Okay. This is the Savior. So this is how they called our people. Not like today John, Mark, or Luke, or this kind of European names brought a lot of destructions, yeah, to our spirituality or to our cult. Okay, in the Congo language, this word minka offering also means blood, for there is no offering, okay, minka, before the king without blood. Okay, there is no offering before the king without blood. You can read 2 Kings 16 and 15. Okay, and read by yourself. Um, Now we have Yamosi. Yamosi. It's Amos. Okay, Yamosi. It's Amos. Massa. Moses. David. Dawidi. Zephaniah. Zophania. Hmm? Now, it is said, know that Bantu Africa beyond the rivers of Cush, which we can read in Zephaniah 3 and 10, there are two Bantu countries that bear the names of Nzambi, Zambia and Mozambique. Remember, the prefix Mo indicates the origin. Yeah. And we have here in another in the King James Bible, First Ezra 9 and 34, we have the name Zambi again. Great. Observed in the Tobias Bible, the Catholic version of the Apocryphal, which means hidden book, in the third book of Ezra 9 and 34, the Catholics will subtly change the name of Nzambi to Nzambris. Okay, why? It is as with the statues of the Virgin and the child Jesus, the Middle Ages, they were black. Today they are Edomites, similar to the word Bantu, Zambis. Look, they're modified, yet the good translations was kept in the Protestant version, King James Bible 1611, which says very clear the name of Nzambi in the first Ezra 9 and 34. Yeah, great. The prefix key in Akkadian language of the Babylonians, where the Jews, the Bantus, were in captivity. When do I share the screen? Oh yeah, good. Um, great. Um, Again, in the Akkadian language of the Babylonians, where the Jews, the Bantus, were in captivity, when you are in captive from 588 to 515 BC, the Congo language Hebrew was undergone transformations. The language of the oppressor inevitably uh, participated in the corruption of a language. First Chronicles 9 and 1. All Israel has been identified as recorded in the annals of the king of Israel. The population of Judah was deported to Babylon because of his infidelity. Second, the first to establish themselves again in their properties and in their respective cities were Israelites, priests, Levites, and servants of the temple and down. Three, in addition, people of the tribes of Judah, Benjamin, Ephraim, and Manasseh, that is to say, house of Joseph, the Angalas read, Joshua 17:17 settled in Jerusalem. Now, key expresses the earth in Akkadian Babylonian language, Sumerian goddess, or the son of Yakuba. Israel, Isolile, Bantu were captive. Read First Chronicles 9. Remember when is captive for 70 years, according to Jeremiah 25, 9 to 12. This leaves traces. We use the vocabulary of the oppressor. So we have a lot of um, yeah, today we have African Americans that speak only English, okay? But if you have someone coming from Africa or from the Caribbeans or from China or whatever coming to the Americas, they will always have a dialect or they will always have some words mixed. This happens everywhere. When you go to France, you will mix some names up if you come from somewhere else, Germany, or even if you come from America to Africa or to other countries in Europe, you will always have some word mixed and changed and twisted, and this happens all the time. Therefore, we find this Babylonian prefix ki in the Bantu, ki Congo, ki Gali, okay? Ki Sangani, Ki Ndamba, Kala, Shasa, okay? This key, you have this also by the Chinese. They always she, yeah? Even China is with China, chi, okay? Which is also Babylon, okay? This is the way to Babylon, Northern Africa, direction, China, chi, okay? Which has also a spiritual background, this word of ki. Okay. Now, and who are they? Yeah, the Bantu people of Isolili. Okay, the ancient Hebrews of the Bible were Bantus, which comes from the word Beto, which means us. Okay, when you say Beto, Bana Beto, means it's us. We are the children of Him, of Yahweh, of the Most High. Um, the Gala people will call Biso. Yeah, people. Other people will say Beto, and other people will say Biso. Biso means us. Okay, the 12 tribe of Judah and Israel. Before it was Beto and the city of the Bengalas north of the Little Congo, they call it then Beto, Beituel, Beituel, okay, means home or community. Beta is the fake Jewish means meeting place. How they call it in the Israel today, they call it Beta. This means us. This is where we live. House, house. And in the Assyrian, they called it Bitu. In Assyrian, as you can see. Okay, Bitu. Now, it is clear this word existed. We noticed that it was the Galas who were the first to bring this word Beto, Betoela, Hausa Ela, okay, which means house in Hebrew. Okay, yeah. Before we begin, and we'll talk about Father, the Almighty Yahweh, our Father, Abba Bana, yeah, means Father, children, or Abraham, yeah, Abana, Abana, yeah, Abana, the father of many children. Here, father of children. This is how he was called, Abraham, Abana. Now we have another name, Yiseka, Isaac. Yiseka. Why? The name means laughing. He laughed. Why? His mother, Sarai, was laughing when Isaiah, Abraham, and Elijah appeared. Okay, or was it only two angels that came? So here she laughed. Okay, I think it was only two because Abana was not death. No, 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 no. It must be Isaiah, Massa, and uh, what is the name? Elijah. Yeah, that's why Isaiah saw saying, so Jesus, yeah, for you to understand, I saw Abraham, yeah, because I believe in reincarnation and I know how it works. It doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that the, you live in once, but your body dies, your spirit moves on, okay, and the spirit can be in your son that will come later, years later, or in someone else, yeah. And it doesn't mean that you have to recognize who you were, but the spirit, when it is from the Most High, it will always give witness from the things that you have done or spiritually. This is a long story, you know. All praises. Genesis 17 and 17 to 19. Okay, this is the history of Yiseka. Yiseka. Okay, great. And Yakuba, which means Jacob. Jacob means he is strong. He strikes, hardens. This is his names. He is strong. From the Congo, Cuba, hitting. Cuba, hard, hitting, hard. Akuba, weißt du? Iswa Kuba ma yeah, Kuba means he's hard, hardening force. Genesis 25 and 23, you can read by yourself. Would be stronger than his brother Esau. Okay? Yeah, this is Jacob, the father of the Europeans, which is Esau. And Esau, we have a word that we call white people, not only Mundele, but the albino, we call him Dundu. Dundu. And if you believe or not, this is how he's also called by the Hebrew, H125. Adandam, dum dum, adum dum, adondom, adandam. Okay, okay, which means he is a black man that is mutated. Okay, we have that part. That's it. Great. I hope you understand some biblical names. Um, it was very short. Yeah. Thank you very much for listening, brothers and sisters, and stay blessed. At the moment, we are doing the tabernacles. You can still contact me. I'm still doing it. At the moment, I'm sending a lot of medicine to South Africa, and everyone that is sick, like HIV, thrombosis, and what is it? Um, Sugar, cancer, cancer, those kinds of things. And I hope many people will give testimonies. Um, yeah, you can see that there is no sickness that the Most High can't heal. And yeah, all praises. Yeah, and I will see you very soon.